When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That just might work, ayy. When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That just might work, ayy. That just might work.
Welcome back to another episode of the Michel Matters Podcast. I'm Jocks Michel.
And I'm Jackie Michelle.
Welcome back.
Hi, guys.
Why are you laughing, man?
Because you're just an interesting individual.
Yeah.
So how you been?
Good.
Well,
Cold.
I know how you been.
It's our first cold day, I feel like.
Yeah.
In
I wore
South
a scarf
Florida.
Today.
Yeah, and I got on the long sleeve, some light.
What is the weather anyway? I didn't even check.
This morning when I woke up, it was like 58.
Okay.
So for the people who live in cold areas, I know that don't mean nothing to y'all.
Yeah,
but
they're like, okay, so
in
it's
Florida,
summertime.
it's like pull out your coat weather. Like
Not a coat.
all right,
A sweater.
All right, nice heavy sweater though.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, aside from that, come see, come side. It's just, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But what about you? I feel like you've been doing some things. You've been moving and shaking out here.
I guess. I went to my cousin's gala.
Mm-hmm.
She's a pharmacist, and it's like the South Florida Haitian American Pharmacists
Is it a bunch of them?
Association. I don't know.
I mean, you was at the gala.
I was. But they show like a lot of the community service projects that they do, and how they provide different, healthcare options and stuff for underserved communities.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. Yeah, I didn't know why I was going there.
Yeah,
because I am not a pharmacist. But she was like, just come, whatever. I was like, all right. So it was fun. And it was cool just to see like a bunch of Haitian pharmacists in one room.
I'm saying it was a bunch of them like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's.
I thought you meant like it was if there's a lot of like associations.
No. I just wanted to know if it was like a lot of black or Haitian pharmacists.
Yeah.
Not even just black.
No, the whole room was. I think there was probably like one Hispanic
pharmacists.
Mm-hmm.
But they was just there, for the vibes.
Yeah. They probably just bought a ticket. Like your ticket was like a donation.
Okay.
So did that. And
I'm trying to think because I think that day I was gone all day because we had our first like basketball scrimmage.
Yeah.
We had like a jamboree. That was interesting. I mean, it was okay. We kind of got beat to sleep in one of the games.
In a jamboree? Jamboree or Jamboree?
Jamboree.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it was nothing crazy. But it was just also the wake up like basketball season is starting.
I don't know if I'm ready.
I mean, I don't have a choice.
Don't have a choice, yeah.
Tuesday we play our first preseason game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the season's like really starting.
Yeah.
Whole new group. So interested to see how they perform.
Me too.
So
you should know how they perform.
I mean, yeah. I know, but I'm saying like this is different when you put on the actual uniform.
Yeah.
You're playing in front of your fans. We haven't had that opportunity yet. So I'm interested to see if they turn it up when the lights are on.
Mm.
So yeah.
When the lights are on.
That's very coach speak. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Then I went to my friend's giving.
Your friend's giving?
Yeah. Because I was like, it's not my friend's Friendsgiving. It's just a Friendsgiving that we decided to have.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I stayed up. I got home at like 2:30.
Yeah.
That never happens.
Yeah, I was surprised. Because you were saying you came home at 2:30. And I remember when you came home.
Yeah.
But it was only because like I woke up kind of like I peeked. And
you didn't wake up. You was asleep.
I didn't wake up, but I opened my eye and I saw you walk in. I was like, okay, she made it in. And I went back to sleep.
Yeah. You tired?
Nah, I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. I was and typically like I stay up till you come home.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I couldn't hang Friday.
I don't know either.
Well,
y'all had practice.
Yeah, that's why I didn't go with you.
Yeah.
We had practice. And yeah. But yeah, you stayed out pretty late, much later than you normally do.
Yeah. Usually, even when I'm like with them, or you know what it is, sometimes it's here.
The house, yeah.
Yeah, it's usually here. So
you'd be comfortable.
Yeah. Or like people start falling asleep and then they're like, all right, girl, we're going to leave now. And it's like midnight. But 2, that never happens. And I feel like I'm still recovering.
Yeah, yesterday, I felt like you spent most of the day yesterday in bed, like recovering. It felt like. And then, because I had practice in the morning or afternoonish.
Yeah. Well, I had an appointment, like, with a client.
Yeah.
In the afternoon. Was it the afternoon?
Morning.
Yeah, it was like early.
She got afternoon. At like 11:45.
Yeah. Then it was like around time to eat, and I was like, okay, he's still not here, so I guess I'll just eat. And after that, I just stayed in bed. So yeah, I mean, yeah, nothing crazy. Yeah.
And Friendsgiving, that's funny because I always wanted to do a Friendsgiving. Like that's been on like my I don't want to say to-do list, but
yeah,
it's just something I always wanted to do because I love Thanksgiving, but I feel like Thanksgiving is like so family oriented.
We thought, I mean, we were gonna do one this year. Yeah, but then our friend
she actually
has a house warming, so
it's kind of mixed in.
Well, she's going to throw one.
Yeah, and we can't even make it.
Yeah, because we have a wedding. So
such is life.
Yeah, and then it's basketball season, so I never know when you think this is ever gonna happen.
The Friendsgiving, it can happen. I feel like this year it could have happened, but she decided to throw one, so I was like, okay, yeah, we'll go to hers, and then just the life events. So now we got to go to a wedding. That's all the wedding the same was day.
Always before the Friendsgiving.
I mean, yeah, but it's just I feel the way things lined up. Yeah. So I guess that catches us up for the last 2 weeks.
That was like just 1 week, but we don't know what happened the week before.
Yeah, we got really bad. Like I'd be having to think like write it down or maybe log it somewhere. Yeah. But then it's life, so I don't think about doing it right when it happens. Right. It's like trying to think back.
Just live life. So yeah. Oh, I think one of your old players started listening to the last episode.
I forgot where we were. Maybe we're at the school for something. Yeah. So yeah, it's always interesting to see people listen to the podcast. People get feedback. And it's also weird because like my former players, like they know you, they know me, so it's a little awkward. And they always be asking me questions now. Like, oh, coach, what were you talking about in that last episode? And you said this, and I was like, I forgot people listen. I was like, yo, let me leave it at that. Whatever was on the podcast. Yeah. But, I mean, it's good to know people listen. Hopefully, y'all enjoy it and y'all get something from it.
Yeah, but he was like, oh, yeah, this sounds like something I'll listen to when I'm 30 on the way to work. And I was like, wow.
But that's just
I'm really much older than you guys. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, because we 30 on our way to work. So
yeah. And like, that's entertainment, listening to a podcast.
Sad.
Yeah, but I love it. So anyway, you guys can subscribe and rate us on iTunes. I think you can subscribe on SoundCloud too.
Yeah,
or
and
follow.
Spotify,
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
And then you can send us comments on SoundCloud or on the gram at Jackie I Michelle and Twitter
at Coach_JOX.
And
on
Instagram at Michel Matters.
Yeah, Jackie, so flooding your timelines right now. If you add
finally did it.
Got all the content up. Yeah. Or most of the content up.
Half of it.
So, yeah, hopefully, I mean, the plan for that is, just to separate our personal page, I guess, a little bit from the Michel Matters. Yeah. And also, I want to, like, have just little bits of content on there. I don't know how many people actually watch the YouTube videos, but if they're on Instagram, maybe we can, give y'all a couple clips or something. Oh, yeah. Keep you engaged. Yeah. So... All right.
So let's move on.
All right.
Okay, so this current matter and Michel Matter mashup.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a mix. I mean, it's just gonna flow, I guess, from one into the other. So.
Yeah. Is based off of T.I.'s interview.
It was a podcast he did. I forgot the person's podcast that it was. Yeah. It's somebody famous' wife. So sorry if I forget who it is, but besides the point. Yeah. The larger message was about
his daughter's personal business.
Yeah.
Being her hymen. So I'm pretty sure everybody knows about this at this point. But I just thought it was interesting. And then I just wanted to know some follow-up things from...
Yeah, because I don't think we discussed it at all.
What?
This. We didn't discuss it between the two of us.
We did.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Like, I think I woke up one morning and I saw it on my phone. And then I showed you and you were like, what did he do now?
Yeah, it was OD. I guess for the people who haven't, even though I guess everyone has, I'm going to play a short clip of what he said.
Okay.
And yes, not only have we had the conversation, we have yearly trips to the gynecologist to check her height.
Oh, hey, do you go with her? She's a prisoner.
Yes, I go with her. So we'll go. You know what I mean? I say, Deja, they want you to sign this. They want you to
sign this right now. I didn't know if your hymen's still there.
So we can share information. Is there anything that you would not want me to know? Oh, okay. See, Doc, ain't no problem.
So yeah, I don't know. That's him describing, I guess, going with his daughter since she was 16 to the gynecologist and checking to see if her hymen is intact to know if she's having sex or not.
Yeah. Did you go to the doctor with your parents?
The doctor? Yeah, I went to the doctor with my parents. I couldn't go to the
Well,
doctor
yeah,
with
of
myself.
course. I mean, she's obviously 18 now, right? But okay, so when it started, she was 16.
Yeah.
What does a guy checkup look like?
What do you mean checkup?
Like, what did they check you for?
We do our physical.
Okay, and what does that mean?
You go, they do your height, your weight, your blood pressure, your heartbeat.
Your heartbeat.
I'm serious. And some of them, like, they'll check your testicles.
Okay.
But that's like...
How?
I mean, they just kind of grab them and...
Okay. And your parents are in the room when this happens?
Yeah. Yeah, but now that I'm thinking about it, I haven't had too many doctors really check. I've only had one that I know for sure that checked. But it was always on the sheet when you do your physical, like hair, or not hair, but like, you know, all your different body parts, and it's like testicles. Like, the doctor's supposed to check. And I remember specifically, like, one of my doctors would just be like, everything okay down there? And I'd be like, yeah. And he'd be like, all right. And he'd just check it off. Like,
well, I guess what they check for, like, lumps or whatnot.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. I don't recall, like, an actual gynecologist at 16. That was just not. But I went to my pediatrician for a while. But I don't remember the last time.
What?
I don't remember going when I was, like, 17.
To what? The gyno?
To the gynecologist or pediatrician.
I mean, I guess it's different for different people. And
they definitely didn't check that.
And I'm assuming he took her there specifically for that reason.
But my mom was in the room with me.
The first time you went to the gyno?
No. The first time I went to the gynecologist, I was grown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not, at least for, I don't know women, but I don't feel like young girls would be going to the gynecologist like that unless they're sexually active.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't understand that part. But
I mean, like I said, they went there for a specific reason.
Yeah. So why do you think, because I'm not even going to criticize T.I., it was just kind of like a starting point for this conversation. Why do you think some dads are obsessed with their daughters' virginities? Because that's what it looks like to me. It is.
Because they even asked him, like, about his sons, I think, and he was like, didn't really care as much.
I don't know if, I've only heard that clip from that podcast. But I know, I watch
the show.
Yeah, I watched their show, Friends and Family Hustle. And his son was talking about, like, you know, girlfriends and sex or whatever. It was like they were at a beach and he didn't really care.
Yeah.
They were just like, okay, well, be safe. But his mom is Tiny. The son that they were talking to, Tiny is his mom. This daughter that he takes to the gynecologist is not Tiny's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So some people were like mad at Tiny, and that's not her child. I mean, she lives under your roof, so I get it. But at the end of the day, if your dad wants to do that, what am I supposed to do?
But I guess why are men obsessed with their daughter's virginity? I think it's
because we see it like in the Christian world too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's obsessed.
It's not obsessed,
but I can't think of another word. Yes,
overprotective.
Because you even see like, oh, well, here's a ring or whatever. Like, what is it called?
The
like
promise rings,
but from your dad.
I don't know what that's called when your dad chastity. I don't know. I don't know.
But like we've seen that.
Yeah,
in Christian movies.
Oh,
and
in
stuff,
movies,
like
yeah.
they'll present their daughter with a ring,
stuff like that.
And it's just like, oh, sir. Like,
I mean, it's the unfair, but I mean, it's the double standard in life. About girls and their virginity. So guys, men specifically, when they think about their daughter, they think of her, as whole and precious, and also as the prey of men, like they were. Like they know how predatory men can be.
Right.
So they try to look out, but at the same time, I guess it's crazy because I know I guess this is spilling over into the Michel Matter, but like, I thought of myself, I guess, in that same way. Like, I always consider my virginity to be like something I should guard. Like, I only want to have sex with like somebody I really care about, stuff like that. But most men, they don't like teach you to be that way. It's to just have sex with whoever you want. Like, right. It's almost a game to a certain extent. But for girls, it's, you gotta protect yourself. Guys are this, and that. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I feel like these girls be out here too. They be monsters too. But
yeah, but it's looked at differently. I get what you're saying.
And that's the point. I'm saying men, they only care because they think of other men as predators. Yeah. But they only seem to care about their daughters. They don't care about other people's daughters. Oh. Okay. Because if you don't mind your son going out here and being a dog.
Right. Who are they having sex with?
Somebody's
other people's daughters.
So.
Or sons.
Yeah.
You didn't get what I just said.
No, that hit different. He is in Atlanta, but no, it's.
Okay. Have you ever had a sex talk with your parents?
Come on, man. For no, like my mom, and even you'd be around. Like my mom would be like, "Oh," because we were young, and we'd be at the house, and she's like, "I hope y'all not playing sex." Like what? But that was literally the talk. Yeah, pretty much. It's like, oh, I hope you're not doing it.
Whereas, did they ever talk to Judy about it?
Not that I know of, but I do say similarly as like, the whole...
It was the same.
The guarding part of it is like, oh, what are you doing out this late? Or, because growing up, especially around that time, like she had a boyfriend and they kind of liked the boyfriend. So I don't know what the talks were for her back then. At least I don't remember. But yeah, it was always like, oh, why you got laid? Like, who's this person? Who's that person? But it was never, I don't remember a talk. Like, maybe my mom had it with her. I know my dad didn't. But none of my parents really was like, I mean, we won't get down like that. We're not sitting there going through the talk and things like that. Right. But what about you? I feel like your mom is about that life.
Yeah, she is. I've never really had a talk with my dad, but like he would say things that I'm like, okay, like, is that something? Like, I was too young to kind of understand. Yeah. So it wasn't really like, this is what you should expect kind of talk. It was about like
sex or relationship.
It was about like, but this is what men do kind of thing.
Okay.
With my dad, but with my mom, we talked about everything. But she, like, I never had to feel like, oh, it's weird that my mom is in the room with me, because there was nothing to hide, because my mom knew my business. You know,
she didn't know all your business.
She didn't know all my business now, but she trusted me enough, I think, to even make mistakes. If that makes sense.
You ain't made no mistakes, though. I ain't no mistake.
But I'm saying, like, you would be at the house, and she would leave for like 30 minutes,
like,
and then
super trustworthy.
Like, I'm gonna be back, guys.
Okay. Now that you mention that,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
your mom was super trustworthy.
Yeah.
I remember. I'll never forget. It was prom night, And, you know, prom night's the night. Like, most parents are like...
No, but it would be even other times.
I'm saying, though, but this was, like, a specific moment where it's like, yeah, this is when, quote-unquote, kids, you know, they try to get it in.
Yeah.
And then, so I come over there, and she like, all right, I'm about to leave, and if I'm not here before y'all get back...
Have fun.
Yeah, and I'm just like... like...
Yeah.
Like, she just trusted me to respect her daughter.
No, she trusted me.
Oh, you don't think that had nothing to do with me?
I mean, I think she liked you, but
she
trusted me.
Yeah.
To not disrespect her face. So, what?
Nah, because
it's true.
I don't think, especially my mom, like at that time, she wasn't really like going to just walk out and leave us at the house by herself. At that time, it happened, but she didn't do it.
Did it happen?
For sure, she would never just like leave. But if you came over when she wasn't there, it was a difference.
Oh, yeah. That's
what I'm saying.
But she would be, like, next door.
Or somewhere. But, yeah. Which is wild. Like, thinking back, some of the stuff that we did.
Yeah.
But...
We got away with a lot.
But at the same time, we were, like, responsible.
Yeah.
We're super responsible. We ain't do nothing crazy. So, I think we earned a level of trust from our parents. But... I would say it's also because, I don't know, I feel like just our mindsets are different. The way we think about things. The way we thought about things. For kids, I would say, for the amount of freedom that you had, I feel like you had a lot of freedom.
I did.
And I never feel like we overstepped. And that's wild. And considering going back, like, we were kids. We could have been stupid if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Miss those times.
Why? Now we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, but it's something when that fear factor.
Yeah.
That risk.
Good times. Now you have to like make up your own risk.
Yes.
But yeah.
Hurry up for the Uber Eats.
Okay. Yeah, we never had like an official talk, but we've talked. Like things would come up in life, like, oh, you know, your cousin's pregnant, or like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then those would bring about different conversations. But it was never a weird thing. Like my mom would never take me to the doctor to check my hymen. Also, my pediatrician went to my, like, the same hair salon I went to. Like, it's weird. Like, it's all connected. Why is that awkward?
Well, only because it's like, I've never seen my doctor in a setting that's not the doctor's office.
Nah, I used to see her,
so that'd be awkward.
Then I'd be like, all right, I'll see you Saturday. Like,
and it's like, you know, on my business. Like, literally, like, on my business.
But she would be like, she would still ask me, like, okay, do you want your mom in the room?
Okay. After a certain age, like 16 type stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, I started going to her in 8th grade.
Okay.
And she's the one who actually introduced me to my hairdresser at the time.
As a 16-year-old, do you think you could, if the doctor asked, or if your mom asked the doctor to check your hymen, would you, because you have to kind of release those rights still.
Yeah.
Would you have been like, sure, go ahead?
Yeah, I guess, because I'm a kid. And I don't even know if I knew what a hymen was.
And yeah,
honestly,
because I mean, he makes it sound like something to do yearly. So even up to like when she was 18, I'm assuming. Yeah, like, could you see yourself still doing that? Granted, I guess I don't know if you feel
you
like
mean
you don't
to
have
this day.
No, but like you're 18 because you were 18 in high school.
Yeah, but I really don't even remember going to the doctor with my mom at 18.
No?
I don't know. I feel like I don't remember.
I think that's what makes it crazier to me.
Like, I don't remember checkups at like 17 and 18.
Because for me, it's like, one, my dad never wanted me to the doctor. I only ever went to the doctor with my mom.
Yeah.
So the fact that my dad would, and so the same for my sister. If my dad ever took my sister to the doctor, that would be so awkward, right? That is
very awkward.
You know what I'm saying? So it just, the level of like overprotectiveness is kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Because you're not even like that. Like, for most dads.
Yeah.
That's not even, so it just shows like you're more worried about my virginity than like even my overall health. Because you never even go with me to my regular doctor's visits. Why do you only care about my virginity?
Yeah.
And it almost feels like an ego thing. Like it means something to you.
Well, that's my thing. Is like he even mentioned they have conversations about sex. So why do you have to continue and go on this extra step? If y'all had a conversation, like if you trust her enough to be truthful during the conversation, like just leave it at that. Like what else do you need? Because sometimes that's all you can do. If people tell me something, all I can do is take what you're saying as the truth.
I think a lot of it is ego, especially because he's a celebrity. Maybe he feels like, because they won't. Some people may not just say, "Oh, I slept with so and so." They'll say, "Oh, I slept with so and so's daughter," and it's
right.
It's more than just because normal people don't run around and say, "Oh, I slept with Henry's daughter." Like it's different, I guess, as a celebrity, but the ego in there, I feel like it's too far. I think that is like one of the definitions of like toxicity. Like that's toxic.
Yeah.
Where you feel like your daughter's virginity has something to do with you.
Yeah.
And it has it's some reflection of you. But at the same time, I understand but the level of fear that a father might have for his daughter, because it's not like he's worried about rape or something. He's just worried about just like consensual sex, probably.
Yeah.
Like that's wild. But at the same time,
I just feel like it's crazy because like I feel like there's some sort of disconnect at some point with parents and kids. Like,
I mean, there's always going to be. That's life.
Yes, but it's like you have to understand everybody goes through the circle of life. That's just life.
I think that's part of it.
You had sex. The kids that you're making are going to have sex.
But I think that's part of it. It's because I know what that period of life is like, trying to shield your children from that. But I feel like it's just not across the board, so it's not fair. If you were doing that with all your kids, maybe I guess it would be more, that's just your personality.
Yeah. But
the fact that you only do it with your daughter, it kind of shows your card. Like you're showing your hand, like you don't really care about women's, like protecting the overall woman. You just care about your daughter and how that affects you.
Yeah.
Because you'd be proud of your son if he did it.
And then people were talking about because there's an older daughter, Zanique, but it's Tiny's daughter, not T.I.'s daughter.
Okay.
And they were like, "Oh, well, I don't hear her talking about these checkups because
he can't have that right."
Right, because Tiny probably was like, "No."
Yeah.
But yeah. So obviously, T.I. was misinformed about how this whole thing works.
Well, about part of it. I mean, he kind of understands. Typically, if the hymen is broken, it's some form of sexual activity occurred.
That's what he thinks.
Yes.
But it could break for other reasons.
Yeah.
No, yes.
I'm just saying. He's not misinformed. He doesn't know that her hymen may be broken, but it may not be because of sex. Or her hymen could be broken because of sex. Like, it could...
Or her hymen could still be intact, and she could have already bust down Tatiana.
Yeah?
Yes.
Even I didn't know that. I thought that thing was gone. You don't have sex and you should have... How?
Some people do. The norm is not... There's no norm for everybody. It's not the same norm.
So I can't lie. We all must be confused because I didn't know everything. I didn't know that. I just assumed that if you had sex, whether it be like, the first time or even like, solo dolo, like that can happen.
Yeah.
But there are other things they said, bike riding and riding horses, stuff like that.
Right.
Like, or even tampons, apparently.
I didn't know about tampons.
You don't be reading. See, we all got to get the knowledge.
Whoa.
But yeah, I mean, I guess there's so much to it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any real science to it.
Yeah. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, so he can continue to get these checked. Well, obviously she's 18 now, so she can do it.
Oh, this ain't happening no more.
The only thing he did really was, if anything, she could now start wilding out because of this.
Yeah, for sure.
Or she really could be just like, oh, all my friends are doing this and these men are dogging them out and I'm not even trying to be like that. So I'm not even having sex. Like, you know, like she could have been just minding her business. But now the whole world knows that you're a weirdo.
I think that's the hard part. Is the fact that he everyone knows who it is and you kind of just put her out there in a way I don't think she might be comfortable with. Especially because I think she's going to college.
Yeah, so she's still in school.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
She's still around like a bunch of men who know now, like, oh yeah, she's okay. They might want to try her now, like,
right.
But
anyway, so we were talking about how T.I. could be misinformed, right? So what were some things that you thought about or heard about sex before actually having sex that aren't always true?
Man,
why the deep sigh?
Because it's a lot. Like with sex that I guess didn't know, and I wouldn't even say like I was sheltered in life because I don't think I was sheltered, but it was just a lot of stuff I guess I wasn't like.
No, because our friends were having sex.
Yeah, stuff I wasn't.
But
like,
they were
like
also
that.
misinformed.
That's crazy.
Even though they were having sex.
But because for me, one of the like. Not main things, but it doesn't happen like it happens in the movies. I think that was like a big one. Like, oh,
like
so
what movie?
I'm talking about like regular Hollywood movies,
okay.
But just like
like shower scenes.
Yeah,
okay.
What you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about movies, like regular TV shows,
right?
Like the stuff that we see on TV.
Okay, but there are some like funny movies where it's like, oh, that could happen like that.
No, but I'm saying like they make it seem like it's so effortless and smooth and like, you know how we talk about the R&B songs, like, oh, make love all night, and ain't nobody making love all night. And if you're on my part too, I ain't gonna.
You ain't gonna what?
I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, you a better man than me probably, but this all night thing is wild.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like, okay, so it just is. It doesn't stop. Like, it's just continuous. That, in my mind, that's what I translated those songs as. When really, they could have just been talking about, like...
multiple times.
Yeah, like, we're just going to take a break, and then we're going to go again. And that, of course, you could do that.
Yeah.
But who is just going to be... from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m.? No.
But yeah, so it's stuff like that. And it's like... and it's not until you start that you figured out, like, oh... yeah, nah, that ain't happening. How it works. Yeah. That ain't happening. But that's one of those things you wouldn't know until you started doing it. Or unless you were smart enough to ask the right questions, which I wasn't.
To who? Who would you ask the questions to?
I don't know. Other people, your friends who had already started, your parents if you feel that comfortable.
Yeah, so I've had conversations with friends who had already started before I did. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that they said was, like, it's almost like, okay, what was the advice? It was like, oh man, your first time is going to hurt really, really bad because, like, you never did it before. Like, I'm so glad I did it so that when I do, do it with my husband or whatever, it's not going to hurt as bad.
I got you.
So that was one of the misconceptions that they told me, which it was like, okay, obviously it's going to hurt. But, like, also the person that you're having sex with probably doesn't like y'all don't really care for each other like that. So
or they don't care for you like that.
Whatever. Same thing. Same difference.
It's not, but all right.
So it's like they might be a little too rough with you. Yeah. And that could also be why it hurts why it hurt you so much that first time.
Yeah.
But also, it's not like, oh, now your vagina is like super huge and it's never going to hurt again. Like, it's going to be tight again. So I don't understand what you mean.
Sex is like such a touchy subject.
Yeah.
Because it's like.
But that was weird. That was one of the things.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think part of it too was it was both of our first time. Mm-hmm. So it was also like. It couldn't have gotten too crazy. We both trying to figure it out. Yeah, we both trying to figure this all out. And I think that's what made it an interesting experience for us. And I feel like most people aren't that way. It's usually one person with experience, one person who's less experienced. So that's where you can have those issues. Because I can't imagine having sex with somebody for the first time now. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's their first time.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Like that feels like work. Like it does. It sounds like work. Like it's almost like an educational course.
Yeah.
Like, no, you can't do that. Or like trying to explain it to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think us being on that same level, 0 years of experience, we both came in, so it was different for us in that way. But I just feel like people don't like talking about sex because it's just so touchy.
Yeah, but I think that's why we're here. Like, so many people are misinformed because, and we went to, I don't want to like put nobody on blast, but I remember there was I guess I'll call it a conference.
Okay.
And
yeah.
and like at the end of that conference, it was like just for, the young kids, high school kids. The person was like, if you want to, what was it called? Like,
it was
if you
like
want to sign,
challenge.
Yeah, you can sign this if you're trying to like
wait until marriage.
Yeah, wait until marriage, and it's almost like a contract with yourself
and God.
And God, yes, that you would wait. And I ain't signed it because I thought it was weird.
I don't remember what happened. I just remember a lot of people signed it that shouldn't have signed it because they already broke the contract.
Yeah, but you could start over, right?
All right. And then, I mean, yeah, I guess in a way you can. But
I just thought it was weird. I was like, my mom never told me to sign no contract like this, so I'm not going through this.
But I think it was also because, to me, it's the peer pressureness of it. It's like a lot of people just went because they saw other people go, and they don't want other people to think a way about them if they didn't sign it. Mm-hmm. But it was just awkward. It was just, to me, I think just telling somebody not to do something pushes them to kind of want to do it.
Yeah.
I think everything has to be like reason based, or it shouldn't just be don't have sex. It should be just don't have sex with just anybody. Like guarding yourself or whatever is there's something to it. I feel like I don't feel like sex should be regrettable.
Right.
So the only way you can, I guess, help to avoid that is to be more, I don't want to say picky, but like, try to find something that you really like. And the thought of waiting until marriage, that's a Christian concept.
Yeah.
But I think even people who aren't Christian should have some form of standard with people that they have sex with. Because I don't hold everybody to the same standards that I do. Yeah. But at the same time, I expect you to have some standards. Yeah. And I don't think that message was like...
It wasn't clear.
Yeah, in that way.
And that could have added to the misinformation.
I mean...
of the situation.
Yeah. And my thing is, I don't feel like
there was never... No one ever... Because you were saying like, sex is just a touchy subject. Yeah. Nobody wants to talk about it.
I don't even feel like people talk about it. So it's not even like I was misinformed.
I know. But that's the thing. But this whole conference, this is not really what we were talking about. And now it's like, okay, we're going to have a talk, but it's not even really a talk. Like, you just telling me not to.
It wasn't a talk. It wasn't a talk. And the thing is like, where is the right place to have the talk? Like, who is supposed to... Who is supposed to talk to me about this?
Anyone?
Anyone? You just want anybody talking to your kids about sex? Think about that.
Anyone with a brain.
But even that, I don't know. I feel like, because the thing is,
I mean, parents should. That's the right answer, but they don't.
And but I don't think anybody really does.
And no kid wants to talk to their parents about that unless you're a weirdo like me and are actually cool with your mom.
So you're going to have to take these L's, and you're going to have people who grow to be like T.I. and who don't know nothing because nobody wanted to talk about sex.
But then that's why you also need to have... Okay, so I'm not going to say anyone, right? But let's say like, I know I have permission that if it comes up, I could talk to London about it.
Okay.
Like, I've had talks with Judy about this.
Oh, I was going to say.
For future reference.
We haven't talked to London about this, please.
No, not to London.
My heart can't take that right now.
Some kids are interesting that she's told us about, but
not in that way. Let's not, like...
No, like, they're just curious right now at this point. But, like, when she's older, or whenever the time comes, I have permission to.
And what do you think you would say? What do you think you would say?
Just depends on the conversation. But I'm going to tell her the truth. What?
Like, it gives me heart palpitations just to think about it. Like,
because I already know the people closest to her, like, are, like, don't even feel comfortable saying the word vagina around her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, when you're a parent, you have, like, oh, wash your, I don't know, whatever you call that, you know, your shushu or your whatever. Like, no, that's not what it is. So I'm that auntie that's like, this is what it's called. You can say this around your mom if you want to, but that's not what I call it. And that's not what the dictionary calls it.
I guess. I mean, at the same time,
and that's like a starting point right there.
It's some form of like easing children into certain concepts and certain ideas. You don't have to start off with like 2 years old. This is your vagina. Like, you don't got to start there.
You don't have to.
But I mean, at the same time, it's
that's what it's called.
Because culturally, we consider those words to be like adult words. Like,
and they're gonna be an adult like soon.
No, she's not gonna be an adult anytime soon. Especially when she first started.
She's 9 right now.
Okay.
That happened fast. In 9 years, she's going to be considered a legal adult.
That's not soon, and especially in child years.
And then think about when
9
you started
to 12
having,
is a long time.
Think about when you started having conversations to your friends about like
sex, sexual things,
or body parts. I can guarantee you were probably in middle school or younger.
Middle school, when you started talking reckless.
Middle school is around the corner.
It's not around the corner.
It's literally around the corner. 3rd grade is about to be up.
It's not. The difference between London and like a middle schooler is huge. There's a huge gap, and I'm not just talking about like in years, but it's like there's maturity. She's not mature enough to talk about certain things.
No,
and that's what I'm saying. It's not even close. She's not even close. A 9-year-old and a 12-year-old, just even maturity wise, are not. It's bigger than what 3 years seem like.
Yeah, but a 9-year-old should know the word vagina.
Yeah, because she probably has her menstrual cycle by then. Like, you'll know certain things, and you can have certain conversations. But she don't need to have those conversations now.
Well, that's what
I'm not saying she doesn't know what the word means, but you don't need to have the sex talk.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the people close to you are already scared to say those words around you.
I don't think they're scared.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be that person.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
What?
Because I don't feel like that's an issue.
I don't think that's an issue, but I think it's a starting point. You can't just go from nothing to, hey, don't have sex. Or, hey, here's what sex is. You have to know what ingredients you need to make sex.
I don't think that matters.
Okay.
Because you can have sex with your vagina, you can have sex with your shushu. It doesn't make a difference. It's still the same thing. I don't think the wording of it makes a difference.
Okay.
It's the same thing. I think the issue is, okay.
So then, because I feel like if you're people don't get
the X's and O's from their parents. Like, your parents will tell you how to have sex. Like, that's not what you talk about. I'm saying when people talk about like the sex talk, it's not about like the X's and O's of sex. Like, what would you have wanted your parents to talk to you about sex?
I don't know. Whatever I asked.
What did you have any questions? And now that someone that's already had sex, is there anything you would have wanted them to tell you from before?
You should have asked me this like 10 years ago.
I mean, I'm just saying, we didn't start having sex 10 years ago.
I know, but like...
So I'm saying, you literally like, not just...
At least I had probably questions.
But I'm saying now, as someone who's had sex, is there something that you wish your parents would have told you back then? Because like, there's other things in my life, like, dang, I wish my parents would have explained to me like mortgage insurance. Because yeah, that matters. There's nothing about sex now that I wish my parents told me back then. I don't want to know. I don't.
Because you don't want to know from them.
What? Who was that? All right, yes.
You were talking to your friends.
Yes. Yeah. We would talk about like...
And they didn't know either.
But I never talked to my friends about the ins and outs of sex. Like...
What do you mean by ins and outs?
Like the questions I may have about sex are not... I don't know. I guess it's like trying... Oh, this is so awkward. But like...
I'm just trying to understand.
Because the questions people have about sex to me are more like positionally or, oh, this on a woman, like how do you stimulate that on a woman, or you do certain things, like those are the questions I may have. Who do I go to for that stuff? Like, and even then I didn't know that was a question I needed to ask, but that's something afterwards. Oh yeah, I wish somebody would have told me that. Mm-hmm. But then again, I don't even know who I want to have that conversation with. Is there anybody I would want to have that conversation with? I don't know. That's awkward. That is very awkward.
Yeah. No one off the top of my... No one I can think of right now.
What? Because I don't have that kind of conversation with? Because it's awkward.
Well, like older cousins, I guess.
I don't know. Y'all different.
Why?
I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird to me.
How is that weird?
Like talking to your cousins about like sexual things, like, well, how you do this? How you do that? Like that?
Yeah.
Oh man, y'all boys.
Yeah, like why not? Because they're still young, but they're like old.
I guess.
You know?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Or my sister.
I guess you could ask her.
Yeah. That's what you have an older sister for, right?
No, that's not what I have an older sister for.
Not you. But if you had an older brother.
Maybe. But I don't know. Like, me and Nick, we don't have those type of conversations. And we won't.
Okay.
We won't. Yo, like, I'm even just trying to think of, like, how to brace it. Like,
but if he did have that question.
Would I answer it?
Yes.
Yeah, I would answer it. Yeah, I guess I would answer it for him.
Jesus.
But I think it takes a level of, like, vulnerability to ask people those types of questions.
Yes, it does.
Do you think you have that?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
You don't think I have that?
Yeah, maybe. But I just don't know who you would ask them to.
I feel like people ask me those things now.
What? What kind of things?
Maybe not like positions. Well, sometimes. Like just different things.
Like what?
And I'm just honest.
Okay, be honest
like
with me.
Say like
what kind of questions?
Like a woman who is a virgin about to get married, like that kind of demographic. They'll ask me questions, and I'm just honest. I just answer the question.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Because the deacon's wife not gonna answer it for you. So who else is gonna answer it for you? What?
You got advice before we got married from like the church on what advice did you get?
We're really doing this right now.
It's an episode.
You're right.
A couple minutes in, we're about to wrap up.
Okay. Honestly, I didn't ask any like super tough questions though. I asked some positioning questions, and she was honest. That's it.
Yeah, so I guess mine.
But that's not somebody that I was like cool with either. It was just kind of like, okay, I know this. There's a circle of trust now in this conversation.
So this is what I'm asking. All right, maybe not from your parents, but what are some questions that you would have had now that you've had sex? What are some questions you would have had from before that you wish you would have asked?
I don't know. That's why I just told you that. I can't think of anything.
But you just told me you would ask your cousin questions, but you just don't know what you would ask them?
Yeah. Like if you asked me this in high school, I would have already had questions like
ready to go.
Yeah, I would have called them up.
But I feel like you just don't know nothing when you're in high school.
That's when you have the most questions.
You think so?
When you don't know nothing.
I don't. I thought I knew what sex was in high school. Because I'd seen movies.
Okay. So I will give you that. I thought I had a scope of it. I didn't think I knew what it was. Because you can't know what something is if you ain't do it. But no, you can't. But I thought I had a good idea.
Yeah.
Just because a lot of people around me were doing it.
And then you find out you ain't know nothing.
Siblings, cousins.
Right. But I'm saying, then you find out you didn't know anything. When you start having things like, I guess I didn't know this, I didn't know that. So these are things I'm saying, like...
For some things, yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like we kind of rambled.
Some things I knew too much.
All right. And it's weird, because we're speaking in code, so I don't even know, like, exactly what you're saying.
It's because I can't really, like, I don't want to put people's business out there.
Oh, okay. I thought it was personal. I thought it was something personal.
No.
All right, that's different.
Like, have you heard someone in your house having sex before?
No.
Okay.
No. What?
Hello.
What kind of conversation?
My name is Jackie.
All right.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
You got anything else on this topic? I'm good.
Oh, you asked me what I learned from the church. What did you learn from the church?
I learned that I shouldn't drink too much before I have sex because I could get liquor dick. And
okay.
Sorry, I should have prefaced that before I said that. I'm sorry. But
I forgot they told. Okay, so the church told you that. Okay, what else?
That was the one that stuck out to me. I was told that I should. I won't say that one.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
No, because it's too. I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was mostly it.
That was it.
Yeah, and to be patient. That was another good example. Was to be patient.
What's an example of that?
I can't get into it. I'm serious. I'm so serious. I can't get into it because people know who this person is.
Okay.
And then if I start talking about it, it's super awkward. The fact that I even know, like the fact that I thought about it again, just like burned and etched memories into my head that I never want to go through again. But okay, so because of that, right? When I got a chance to, like, when we started coaching, that was one of the things, like, we wanted to be more open with the players about sex. Because I know it's something that it's probably on their mind all the time, but they didn't have a chance to get it out. And I felt like we were in a position to be someone where they could let out some of their questions, anxieties, or whatever they have about sex.
Yeah.
And I think it was good. They're still immature because they're kids.
But it's not like a one-off thing. Like, you guys, they just talk to you about
They
stuff.
do. They talk to us about stuff all the time.
Yeah.
But we try to make it almost more of a structured environment that day.
Oh,
it was
okay.
It was just like, look, this is a safe space. You can talk about sex, questions you may have, and just what are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts about waiting? What are your thoughts about not waiting? And just kind of being open and being someone they could talk to, because you do want to talk to somebody who knows more than you. So your friends don't know more than you. You think they know more. They don't really know more than you.
Yeah.
But you don't want to ask your parents. So we thought we were in a good middle ground to be that person. And I think there needs to be more spaces like that.
Yeah.
For kids to, where it's someone that I think your parents, I don't want to say trust, but it's better than like just some random person talking to your kid about sex. It's someone the parent probably knows.
Yeah.
But it's also like someone young, someone the kid could trust. It's rare to find someone that the parent and kid trust to talk about it, that they want to talk to about it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's kind of like the example I gave with London. I don't think she's going to have a problem talking to her own mother about those things.
Yeah.
But if so, there are other options. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hopefully she could get your opinion too, but you're acting weird. So.
I'm not acting weird. What did I act weird about?
Nothing.
This is why men don't go to the gynecologist with their daughter. It's weird. So the fact that she would have like questions specific to guys. I'm here for her.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. And then like your kid probably won't want to talk to you, so they can go to Uncle Nick.
Nick?
Or Judy.
Oh, those are two. Yeah.
What?
Sure. Yes, they got Nick or Judy. Yes, they got Nick or Judy.
Okay. But yeah, go ahead. Continue.
I think that was it.
You're talking about the safe space and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just opening up those safe spaces. But yeah, I think what I would want to know from, I guess, the listeners, and you can respond in comments or anything, is just like, what are questions that you had that you wish someone would have answered before you started having sex? And did you have anyone that you could talk to about these things, or do you wish you had someone that you could talk to about these things? Because at the time, I don't think I even thought about it. Like I said, I thought I knew everything. I didn't think I needed anybody to talk to. But I don't know, maybe some people wish they had someone to talk to. I didn't even think about that. Like, man, I wish I had someone I could get these sex questions off to. Like, I don't think I ever even thought like that.
Yeah. I think, I just thought of a question. But it's kind of like a random, typical question, because it's like whenever you're about to do something, you kind of have questions about it, right? So before I got braces, I asked, what are braces like? Like, how does that feel? Like, how does the whole wire tightening thing go, right? So before we were going to have sex, I was like, all right, well, we have the internet. So.
Oh, yeah. I Googled a hell lot of stuff.
Yeah. So I just Googled, like, okay, let's see what the saints are saying about this. Because the way my friends are set up, obviously, this is not working. So there's this one blog, I guess it was like a Christian blog, where she was like, here's almost like an emergency first time sex kit. Right? And first of all, who's gonna prepare a kit? But whatever. And she was just like, make sure you lay a towel down, and you have this stuff prepared, and this and this. And I was just like, all right, I'm a Christian, but I'm not a prude. Like, I'm not your target audience. Yeah. So I'm on the wrong blog. And so there was nowhere for me to really get the advice I was seeking for.
Okay. That's one thing. Okay. Yeah. Because I think the sex talk can be very like.
And it was also like.
Proper.
Yeah.
But sex ain't proper.
It's not. So, and I was one of the first. Was I? One of the first of my friends to get married. Because we got married kind of young. We got married young. I gotta get used to, like, I'm about to be 30, so that was young. Yeah. What?
No, because like Nick's our age when we got married.
Yeah.
I can't imagine him being married.
Yeah, he couldn't imagine you being married.
You're right.
So yeah. Now that I look back, I'm like, man, I probably should have asked some cousins, because maybe they're not like, they're righteous and ratchet. Just for safe terms. Okay. Like, they'll give me the truth. Yeah. But then they'll also like, and this is what I try to be too. Like, I'm going to tell you the truth, and I'm going to be, obviously I'm saved, but I'm also like, give you the lowdown on all the toys and all the like everything you need to know.
People are listening.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
But we're talking about sex.
I know, man. It was a joke.
And everything you need to know. So, yeah, now that I look back, that could have been a good resource. But I just didn't think about it.
Okay. That's enough for me.
Yeah. But I'm glad the church was honest with you. That's good.
Too honest. But also in a still a very...
So why do you feel like... I guess it's just appropriate to be honest in that kind of space? Because there could have been plenty of other times where honesty could have happened with those people. Like growing up.
Oh, with those same people?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think they felt comfortable, like...
Until they knew you were about
in that situation.
That's interesting.
But I think education is important no matter what, because then you have to cram all the information into like a day or whatever, the period of time that you, like your engagement. Yeah. It's like now you have to cram it all. Because like I said, I don't need the X's and O's, right? Yeah. But just the concept of it, it's just interesting because to learn certain things, it's almost like trial or like things that people don't want to get into or to like show people. Yeah. It's just tough. And you don't know what Christian people have. You don't know what people into either. So.
This is true.
I don't know. It's a lot. But I will say this. I know for sure I won't be checking my doctor's hymen because that's awkward.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to... We have listener questions?
Do we have listener questions?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So on to the business spotlight.
Okay.
Expeditiously. So for this week's business spotlight, we wanted to highlight world famous House of Mac.
Yeah.
Which
I'm surprised we haven't highlighted them
Yeah,
already.
but we've only eaten there like twice.
Yeah, but we've eaten there since like 2015, 2014.
Yeah. It is a black-owned mac and cheese restaurant. I mean, that's their specialty. They serve other stuff.
Yeah.
They have like wings and like chicken and waffles, stuff like
the
that.
lemon pepper wings are really good.
Yeah. But they specialize in mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm. And they'll put seafood in it.
Yeah.
Or jerk chicken.
And all types of like, you know, they have vegan options.
They do.
Yeah, and they just opened up a new
chicken
location.
and waffles.
Yeah.
They started off as a food truck.
Yeah, start off as a food truck. And I think we even did an episode kind of where we spoke about where they had one of their locations.
I don't know if we said it was them. But yeah.
Yeah, we probably didn't say it. Sorry. But yeah, they're one of their first locations. I didn't like the vibe. It felt a little awkward. It was a lot of us cooking, but not a lot of us working. Well, it's true.
Just keep going.
Okay. And I called it.
Yeah. You did.
And yeah, so that ended up like not going well. They ended up, I think he bought another food truck at that point. Now I know he's in the Bright Line train stop, I get thinking Fort Lauderdale or something like that.
Really?
I think so. I'm pretty sure that's him. Hope I'm not wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's them. They have like a couple other locations. I don't want to get it wrong. But yeah, so it's like he's been prospering ever since.
I think they have a Wynwood location.
Yeah, I think it's Wynwood.
We went to the North Miami location today.
Yes, that's the newest one.
Yeah.
It's right on Biscayne and 135th.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely say check him out. Super good food. He was actually there working.
Yeah.
When we were there, he served like our food to us. And it was fire.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend it.
Support.
And it was good portions because I definitely got leftovers.
Which means I don't have to cook.
Good dinner.
Yep.
But yeah. All right. You got anything else?
Nah. No. The year's almost over.
Yes.
This is crazy.
I can't wait. I'm ready to start a new one. No, but I don't know. You know how I am.
Yeah, I know.
But so yeah, just a couple more episodes left in the year. No, because Jackie calls them seasons. I was gonna say it too. But
I don't know why I call them seasons.
But a couple more episodes left in the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's finish it out with a bang.
Yeah. Thanks for joining.
Peace.
Bye.
When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That just might work.